Hi guys, and welcome to the Transfer Market Explained. In this video, we'll be going over exactly what GameDay Squad's transfer market is and how you can buy, sell, trade, and auction player cards. On your My Cards page, up in the Type drop-down menu, you'll find the cards that are on the trade block, for sale, auction listed, in your squad, and in your reserves. The three tabs at the top are the transfer market categories. They are the three different ways to trade cards. I'm now going to explain each of them and show you how to use them. Trade block. This is where users list and trade their player cards for other player cards. For sale. This is where you list cards for sale under a buy now system. Auction listed. This is where you list cards for auctions and where you can find cards other users have listed for auction. The auctions have a set starting bid price and a set time frame. These three categories make up the transfer market. So let's go into a few examples. Let's talk over how to sell a card. I'm here on the My Cards page and I'm going to choose a player card that I'd like to sell. For example, Sam Taylor. I'm going to click on him. This screen will then pop up, and now I'm going to enter the price that I'd like to sell this player card for. I'm going to list this card for $1.20 and click sell. That card is now listed on the transfer market under a buy now price of $1.20. And if someone buys that, they own it and it is removed from the transfer market. Now I'd like to buy a card, so let's do that together. I've jumped over to the transfer market tab, selected for sale in the drop-down menu, and now I can use the filter to find a player card I'm interested in buying. I've found a player card. In this example, it's Lockie Jones. I'm going to click buy now. This window here will pop up and I'm prompted with a buy button. I'm going to click buy. A secondary prompt will appear just to make sure that you want to buy the player card. I am, so I'm going to hit yes, and as you can see, I've been taken to My Cards where you'll find my new player card for Lockie Jones. I can search for it up here in my filters like so, and you'll see here my new player card. I can click through to My Squad and do the same here in filters. As you can see, here is my Lockie Jones player card in My Squad. Let's move on to how to auction a card. Starting off in the My Cards tab, I'm going to choose a player I'd like to auction. In this example, I'll use this Jake Lukosius player card. I'm going to click on the player card, and then up here I'm going to click auction. Here I'm prompted to enter a starting bid amount and a date and time for the auction to end. I'm going to enter a $20 starting bid and set the date and time here for Saturday at 6 PM. Once I've done that, I simply hit create auction. You'll be taken to the transfer market after doing so, and as you can see, the Jake Lukosius player card is now up for auction, closing in 3 days time, with a bid now button below it. Here's what it looks like when you open it to bid. If you'd like to find a player card for trade on the transfer market, click on the trade block on the drop-down menu. Now, as an example, I'm going to find a player I'd like to auction. Here I've found Jack Steely. I'm going to click on his player card, and as you can see, I'm now prompted to enter my bid. I'm going to punch in my bid here and click the bid button. I know my bid is placed successfully when the green pop-up box below confirms it. And when that's done, if I'm the winning bidder, I'll be notified and Jack Steely will be allocated to my squad and taken off the market. Let's have a look at trading cards. If I'd like to trade a card of my own, for example, I'd head over to My Cards, choose a player card I'd like to trade, click on the player card, click trade up the top here, and click on requested players. From here, I'll choose the exact player card I'd like to swap for mine. I'll confirm that by hitting yes. Here you can see that the submission is to trade a gold Nick Dykos for a diamond Isaiah Winder. I'm going to submit, and now as you can see, I've been taken to the transfer market, where my trade request is active and waiting for another user to make that offer. When another user has the appropriate card and makes the trade, you will be notified and the players will be removed and added to the appropriate squads. Now, let's say I'd like to partake in another user's trade offer on the transfer market. On the transfer market page, I'd select Trade Block in the drop-down menu. Find a player card I'm interested in trading for. In this example, it would be this card here. I'm going to click Make an Offer. Here, I am prompted to select the card that I have and that I am wanting to trade for the card on offer. So, I'm going to select this one and then click Place Offer. The green pop-up box will let you know your offer has been successfully placed, and if the offer is approved, the swap will be made. The card you put forward will then be removed from your squad and you will find your new player card in your squad. It is worth mentioning that if you are purchasing player cards, you will need funds in your wallet. If you are participating in an auction, your funds are locked to avoid people winning an auction and not having any funds to pay for what they have won. Finally, if you navigate to the 2023 rules and down to the transfer market, you'll be able to see more details on how to buy, sell, trade, auction, and unlist player cards. That brings us to the end of this video, guys. Thanks.